The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to the Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European Time on the dollar. We do the show every day because we gotta know what's happening with Bitcoin, altcoins and everything else. Mic is working, screen is working. I'm getting some error message that the stream is, having some difficulty with bit speed or something like that. So if there's something wrong with this, with the video, you tell me. Besides that, everybody, how you guys doing well? Hope you're doing well. So we're gonna go over Bitcoin chart right now, see what's happening, draw some nice lines and stuff like that. How's everybody in chat doing? 25 SUD. Hello, my friend. Hello, how you doing? Salim is in the chat. Woo woo. How you doing, man? Vishal. Morning TLA, morning. M21, dobro jutro, how you doing, man? S Crypto Postman, morning, how you doing, man? I'm 6'5", shredded, and the next Lord of the Rings battle scene will be shot and directed on my bulky shoulders. Salim is happy, guys. Salim is happy. Kishan, hey friends, how you doing, man? It seems Bitcoin is unable to hold 23+K position. Yeah, it does seem to be hitting some kind of top, so we're gonna check that out. Salim says, I told everybody to buy before July. I'm so rich and cool that I bought an ice cream machine for my kitchen and I'm lactose intolerant. I thought that was funny, man. And in the weekends, it will remain like this only. Yeah, I mean, people say always, the weekends are kind of sideways movement, but, we've seen that there can be decent action during the weekends, There's always time to trade, guys. There is always time to trade. Thank you, TLA, for the morning's moon cycles. Yeah, don't take me, thank the moon, thank the moon. Thank the rich guys, the billionaires, they are following the moons, not me. We are just, trying to figure out what the billionaires are doing, man. Cosmos, how you doing, man? Salim, Richard Hart wants your money. Yeah, Richard Hart wants everybody's money. But he also wants us to be rich, he's the good guy. People don't get it, but, he's the good guy. 70K was the bottom. We are not quite there yet, to say 100% certainly that it was the bottom, but does seem to be one of the lows, though, one of the lows. Darius Sousa, long sol, nice. Cosmos Whale, if it's not gonna bounce now, Salim, we break 20K, it's over. Not quite sure about that. Hey, the late adopter first name. Hey, what's late adopter first name? My name is Sasha. Cosmos Whale, and I am legit selling all my Bitcoin. I mean, it could be a good time to sell Bitcoin because of the pullback. I don't know, man. I don't know. Ape went to 6.2. Yeah, Ape went to 6.2, man. Ape went to 6.2. Where's Ape right now? 6.5, but it went down to 6.2. So yesterday we had a trade up here on Ape and we sold the top. Unfortunately, we sold the top up here. We entered the position somewhere around here and then we sold the top up here and after that it went down. It's funny, it happens, man, it happens. It does matter, it does matter. We are not experienced trader over here on this channel, so we're gonna learn and we're gonna figure it out after a while, right? Just need to keep going through it. It's going to consolidate for the next couple of days and then bounce up. It's going to do this for next 6 to 9 months. I'm a little bit unsure, like in the start when we were expecting the bottom down here at 20K, we said that, the accumulation usually takes, 3 to 6 months, maybe sometimes maybe a year, 9 months, give or take. But, maybe this time it's going to only be a 1 month's time. It's going to go up to 30K and then consolidate there and then continue from there. I don't know how it's going to happen, but, based on the history, 3 to 6 months accumulation phase before some kind of move towards the upside. No one knows what will happen. Just trade the chart. Up, down, up, down. Exactly. Just trade the chart. TLI taught me well. Salim. Easiest is bearish order block to bullish order block or imbalance to imbalance. No clue what you just said there, man, but okay, you are late. 3 minutes late, man. It's okay. 3 minutes is okay. Hey, just because you think we're bullish, don't forget the 410 million challenge. I'm not forgetting it. We did yesterday 410 million challenge. We had a live stream, Bitcoin Daily yesterday. I forgot to turn off the live stream. So, it was, the live stream was going on with the background music and end screen for, something like 1 hour after that. And then, I figured out, oh my God, we are still, live. Okay, let's do a trade. So yesterday we did a, 410 million challenge trade. And, it did, the first trade went okay. The second trade didn't go that okay. We can also talk a little bit about that after we do the Bitcoin analysis. So there's that. Good morning, Mladen. Mladen is in the chat, guys. Mladen is in the chat. Nice lines, man. Hey, Sasha, missed you, man. I missed you too, Andy. Hey, good morning, my friend. How you doing, Mark? Richard Hart called the bottom 11k. Yeah, I mean, Richard Hart is still calling the bottom 11k, 10k because of the previous 85% retracements. Now, what Richard Hart is not taking into consideration is that every time we had an 85% correction, is every time we had a parabolic move towards the upside. This time we did not have parabolic move towards the upside. This time the top was a little bit different. This time it was a double top. And right now we're having that retracement, so we do not actually need to have that 85% retracement. 85% retracements, at least historically, do happen after a parabolic move. This time there was no parabolic move towards the upside, it was a double top. I had a best shot entry in my life yesterday. So happy. Nice to hear that, man. Nice to hear it. When did you do the trade? I missed it. What do you think when do you think you'll be experienced trader? In a couple of years, man. I think it's a couple of years. I think trading is really a skill that needs to be handled and learned, and you gotta have a bunch of experience under your belt to get decent feel for it. So I'm thinking a couple of years and it's gonna be fine. Hopefully it's gonna be fine. Moon phases, morning till we're mooning. We're not actually mooning, we're actually falling a little bit down. We're gonna check out what's happening actually on the chart real soon up here. Oh, there is a big dump towards that. I'm actually about to talk about this, but it's already happening, so we're gonna talk about it either way. One way is convert 1000 to 10k and then trade with profit as much as possible. So 9k. Okay, if it bounce again, it's gonna be a bull. It's gonna be. Cosmos don't know what's gonna happen, man. Morning TL, morning Alvil. I do, man. Cool crypto, good morning all. Good morning and hell. When moon phase, are we winning? Yeah, we're winning. You're definitely winning. So guys, that's the chat. Hello everybody and welcome to the Bitcoin Daily. Every single morning, Monday to Friday. Today is actually Saturday, so why are we doing this today? I don't know, man. I had the time off, so why not? Why CS supports Michael Saylor so much? No clue, man, because everybody's bullish. So let's talk about what's happening on Bitcoin chart over here. What you're gonna see here, there is a different type of pattern that I've been just looking at over here, and I cannot find it anywhere else on the chart. So I'm gonna ask you if any of you TA Fans Club members who are in the Telegram chat, if you can find this pattern over here anywhere else, I would like to see that and see how this actually played out. So what I'm looking at over here is this actually 50 moving average up here, this line. You can see here that we had some kind of range, then we bounced right above the line, and right now we are kind of hugging the line from the upside, right? I'm a little bit unsure whether this is bullish or bearish. I think this is more bearish than bullish, and the price should actually drop on the downside over here because it has hard time to actually bounce off the line. So it did 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. This is the 4th day trying to bounce off the line. So the longer this actually goes without actually bouncing off of the line, the more probability is actually this to break towards downside. Now this pattern up here, it's not actually any kind of special pattern, but it was impulsive move above the downtrending moving average, and right now it's hugging the downtrending moving average. I tried to find this pattern other places on the chart just to see how this actually played out, but I cannot find it anywhere else, anywhere else. Maybe I'm not that good of a finder or something like that, but I tried also looking at different time frames like 4-hourly, weekly time frame and stuff like that. I cannot find. So if anybody can find this kind of pattern anywhere else on the chart, doesn't matter what that's Bitcoin or Ethereum chart on the 2-minute time frame or 10-minute time frame or 10 hours or 10 days time frame, really doesn't matter. This pattern up here, some kind of consolidation, impulsive move above certain moving, doesn't even have to be 50 moving average, it can be 100, 200 moving average, doesn't matter, but it has to be a trending, the moving average has to be a trending towards downside. There has to be impulsive move above that trend, and you have to have this consolidation phase or this hugging phase above the trend line. So I would like to see this other places where this happened, to see how this actually played out, to get a feel whether this is actually a bearish move or a bullish move towards the upside. Still not played out totally. We're still holding this 50 moving average, as you can see. So technically we are still above certain levels, and it's it's all nice and dandy. Now let's talk a little bit more about what's happening here on the chart when it comes to patterns and stuff like that. What you're gonna see here on the 4-hourly time frame, we do have some kind of some kind of a triangle going on. Right now we have two pivot points on the top, so we can draw a very nice trend line up here. There is a very nice trend line. If you want to get anywhere towards the upside, we need to break the trend line and resist here at around 23.6 level. You know, that would be very nice towards the upside, but right now we have a very decent level of resistance up here on the 4-hourly time frame, which can be very nicely traded. On the bottom side, we have also right now two pivot points on the downside, so we have this triangle over here that's happening. This triangle looks like it's gonna play out in a day or two or something like that, maybe soon. You know, I'll give it one more, you know, today or something like that. Up here, end of the day, maybe, you know, up here, maybe even today it's gonna already play out towards the upside, downside. A little bit unsure where it's gonna go. I think more likely it's to go towards downside. I'm gonna explain to you why, but it does look like, you know, there is some kind of triangle up here that it might actually play out. Now this triangle up here is also might be creating a channel up here. It might be creating a channel. We can see here that this tops two creates a trend line, the bottoms two down here, these 2 weeks create the bottom trend line. This looks like some kind of a channel up here happening right now. So if this does go down, we might be looking at some kind of 50 moving average, maybe even all the way down, touch on the trend down here. So I'm looking at something like 21.7 or something like that on this move, at least first move. It's only after we start breaking this on downside that might actually become very bearish. Now the reason we are actually stopping here over here, because there is very important level of support, and as you just saw in the title, VIP support, and this is the line that I'm talking about. So I'm gonna tell you where this line comes from. If you go to the daily time frame, you'll see right now that over here we create a pivot point towards the upside. After having a big move towards the upside, create a pivot point towards the upside. This is what we are right now holding and trying to hold right now. So if you go to the 4-hourly time frame, right now you'll see over here that we are holding this level down here, exactly a level that's at 22.5, 22.6, give or take. This is the level that we are trying to hold. Now this level also corresponds very nicely with these stops up here. It corresponds nice. Right now it's creating this you know, triangle up here. So if you start breaking out of the triangle over here, if you start breaking the trend line, you know, the support line up here, it might be become a little bit ugly in the short term. But I would say, you know, in the short term it won't become, you know, big ugly bear, you know, immediately. I think we still can go all the way down to the trend line over here. So that's something like 21.5, 21, give or take. How long, I don't know how long it's gonna take, you know, but we can definitely go down to certain, you know, 21.5, 21.6, 21.7 levels down here on the trend line. So it's only once we start breaking this on downside that it actually gets ugly. So it's not ugly just yet. So even if you go down even more towards downside, it's still not ugly, but you know, it could turn ugly if we break the this channel on the downside eventually. So we are right not we are not quite there yet, but you know, that's at least what's happening right now. So the thing we have on the chart right now is a channel down here where we are right in the middle of the channel. Let me pop this 10 moving average. Right now we are hitting this 10-20 moving average as a resistance up here. Over here, are we just gonna bounce right back down or right back up here again? A little bit unsure about it because there is a triangle over here. Also got a huge support line down here that we are trying to hold. So hopefully this actually holds. We bounce up here and breaks this towards the upside. That's gonna be super bullish. Right now, the way I see it, this should be if we get back down to this trend line and the support line, VIP support line, I think that should be more of a long option than a short option, because we should not be, the way I see it, shorting over here because, you know, reasons. We should not be shorting over here just because you know, we are above the you know, we are just sitting above the support. We haven't broken the support yet. That's the big thing. Also the 50 moving average is a very important level of support. So you know, even if it goes down, the 50 moving average might catch it up and just bounce the right back up again. So I think right now the bias still needs to be towards the upside over here, although it does look like it wants to break on the downside. So the most important thing right now, very short term, is what's happening in these three candles down here, 4 hours. So we're gonna zoom in a little bit up here on the 4 hourly candles. We're gonna clean up everything up here very nicely. So this is the most important thing that's happening. And if you zoom in even more, let's go to the 15-minute charts, because I think it's easier to see up here, and remove the moving average for 1 second. So I think there was a rising wedge up here that we broke, we tested, we failed, and we went down again. Let me show you up here what I'm seeing. Something like this, give or take. There was some kind of trend line over here, and there was some kind of a support line down here. So over here there was give or take. There was some kind of you know, rising wedge up here. We broke that rising wedge towards downside, came to certain bullish levels. We tried, and as soon as we came to that support level, usually this is halfway through, so it is a little bit more bullish than bearish. Oftentimes it just goes all the way down there and then tries to bounce, but this time it went down. It came to this bullish level, it bounced big hard, but it failed to break the resistance line up here. You can see here failing to break the resistance line, start to go down. Right now it's going down below the support. You still haven't closed this candle. This candle still has 10 minutes left to close. This on 50 minutes time frame, but if it starts closing even below that over here, maybe you might see some kind of low levels down here at 22.5 or something like that for first. It's only after we actually break this on the downside that, you know, this pattern over here fails. Right now it can still, you know, create some kind of double bottom up here and, you know, try to go up again, if we want Bitcoin to rally big time towards upside, it needs to break this line up here, of course. This line up here, it needs to break this this trend line over here. You can see here we tried to do that over here, we failed, so we went down again towards downside. Maybe it's gonna try another time up here, break this and continue toward the upside. But I was saying on the short term, this is a 15-minute chart. If you want a, you know, if you want any kind of move towards upside, this line over here needs to be broken. Right now that would be somewhere around the 23,000 levels, but you know, it can be higher depending on when we actually hit this line. If you zoom out a little bit more up here, you'll see the trend over here towards upside. So you know, we need, you know, somehow to break this trend on the short terms and start climbing. Also, let's put this line up here, and let's zoom up to the 4-hourly time frame up here. So what you're gonna see here is that the trend up here and trend down there. So what you're gonna see here right now, we are pulling back down to these levels on the downside. If we do that, it might try it again to go towards the upside, but you can see the trend line up here. We can, you know, we can go all the way up to the triangle up here without actually breaking the trend line over here, So you know, even though we pull back, you know, up until the top of the wedge, it does not mean that we have broken this you know, this you know, 15-minute time frame wedge, you know, rising wedge towards the upside. So this move up here, even though if it goes towards the upside, does not mean it's bullish, because it needs to break certain levels up here. It's actually this line up here, it needs to break certain levels up here, and if it fails to do that, there is no upside. But however you look at it, I'm neither bullish nor bearish right now. I think we are in a consolidation phase right now, so we have to wait and see a little bit, you know, how this is gonna play out. Let me go a little bit back to get to big lines up here. I think we need to wait to see how this is gonna play out a little bit on the bigger time frames up here. How this move towards downside is gonna happen. Are we gonna go all the way down to the bottom of the wedge, which we can do. Now this is actually a very nice long position over here towards upside. Of course, if it breaks down, you know, that needs to be some kind of stop loss there to exit the position. But I think down here on the bottom of this triangle down here, it's a nice long position towards the upside. It's only after we start breaking towards downside that it starts getting a little bit ugly, and so forth, so forth. Now, Mladen would definitely say something like right now that there is a channel right now, and we are back in channel and hitting the resistance, and that is very, very correct. So there is a channel up here. It goes something like this up here. This on the daily time frame. There is a channel up here, and if you see right now, we actually managed to break this, you know, bear flag towards the upside. We went below that, and right now we're trying to get back above it. Let's see this on the daily, this on 4-hour, yeah. So we are right now back below, inside the channel up here. We can go up to something like 23.3 or something like that over here. So let's see how this channel actually works with the trend line up here at the top. Give or take something like this up here. So it does look nice. We can still try to get out of the channel up here, fail that, and still go on downside. It's very hard right now to say which direction this is gonna go. I think I'm more biased towards more upside, but I'm a little bit unsure because I've seen what Ethereum is doing and how Ethereum is playing out. I think I'm a little bit more, because I think this, for example, Ethereum is not doing the move towards downside or anything like that. It's doing this consolidation move that I've seen a lot of times before, which actually just, you know, continues going towards the upside. So, you know, when looking at Ethereum chart, it does look more bullish than bearish. Bitcoin over here, you know, this move towards downside might be a bull flag. It might be a bull flag, of course, because it's a channel towards downside. So, but we didn't, you know, bull flags, we didn't have a impulsive move towards the bull flag. We had just, you know, slow climb up over here. Right now we're having this we are having this consolidation phase towards downside. So I think it is more likely to bounce towards upside. So I would definitely look for, you know, long position right here on the support, because of the, you know, a big support levels, you know, triangle, very close level to the 50 moving average, maybe even weak down to the 50 moving average, and then go towards the upside. I've definitely be looking more towards the long side than actually a short side. So, you know, there's that. So that's what I'm looking at charts right now. What are you guys thinking, man? It's gonna wake up. Cosmos is like Chuck Cobain, very emotional. There should be no emotions here. This looks like a continuation trend on the 5-day chart. Why are you looking at the 5-day charts for, man? I don't even have 5-day chart for on my screen. I'm still bullish given that the dump was initiated, but Elon selling and being a manipulative as usual. Elon didn't do anything, guys. Elon didn't do anything. He did sell, you know, before at from what I hear at 28, 30k, whatever, 29k. The report, quarterly report came out. He has no effect on the reports. You know, he doesn't decide when the report is gonna come out or not. It's quarterly report. It comes out at the same day every single year. So, you know, it's not his fault. It's not Elon's fault. Can you check my company? The FDS FETS stock. I'm a little bit unsure about that, man. Not really into stocks, but I've seen that Snap did dump down. Snap crashed down to some kind of extreme levels. It went down something like 30%, if 40% down. They say Bitcoin and crypto is volatile. I mean, dude, Snap dropped down 40%, guys, 40% overnight. You know, over a weekend, you know, and people don't, you know, normal people don't have, you know, they see, you know, oh, this looks very nice, it's accumulation phase, whatever, it's gonna go up, and then, you know, overnight on the open, in the first few seconds, it drops down 40%. You don't even have a chance to sell. At least when it comes to Bitcoin, it's open 24/7. There is a lot of exchange. You can do whichever exchange you want. You can even do decentralized exchange. You can trade crypto however you want. You can watch the price on the dollar every single day. You have, if you are any kind of retail trader trading stocks on these, you know, centralized exchanges around the world, and, you know, the weekend comes and you are not, you know, on your desk, you know, in the first 5 seconds, like, because there is after market, before market, all these kind of markets, you know, people don't have a chance to get out of the market, right? But in crypto, you see something going down, you can click that sell immediately. Or you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so this looks very, very ugly, man. This looks extremely ugly. So from top this is actually down all the way down, something like 85. What's that? Let me just zoom in a little bit up here. 88. So Snap is right now down 88% from the all-time high, and you saw all of these other tech stocks like Snap, Netflix, Facebook, Twitter, right? Everything is dropping down big time towards the upside, right? Let's go to the daily time frame up here. Let's go even to the weekly time frame. What you're gonna see here, look at this drop, big mega drop towards the downside. It's just so ugly. It's just so ugly. Now the question is, will this actually continue down here below these bottoms down here? The bottom was down here at 488. Right now it is you know, still moving towards downside here on the weekly time frame. Will it drop another, you know, 50% down or not? It can always do that. Even more than that, right? Even more than that. It cannot drop 141 bucks, but it can definitely drop another 50% towards downside. But it does look very, very ugly. Now, if we analyze this a little bit up here, there's a trend up here that's not yet broken. This is an increasing trend down here. What is an increasing trend? Did this trend increase actually? No, it did not increase. It actually has this expanding wedge up here, so it's still in some kind of, you know, move towards downside. It cannot go down there, but, you know, might have be coming to some kind of very, very low levels right now. I don't know what kind of market cap they have, what kind of, you know, profits they are taking or not, but these things are actually very bullish, so eventually they will actually go towards the upside. Of course, eventually they will go towards the upside. If you look at S&P 500, it looks like it already starts breaking towards the upside. The Dow Jones also looks like it starts breaking towards the upside. The bigger trend is still not broken, so it can just move up here and then continue on the downside, but you know, it depends. I think also the stock market is getting close to some kind of end, so there's that. Ethereum ascending channel on hourly and Bitcoin descending channel. Yeah, it's a little bit different, but Ethereum, for some reason, you know, I think this is just my experience talking and something like that, right? I'm not looking at hourly time frame. I'm looking at daily time frame over here. If you look at a daily time frame, you'll see, because I've seen these moves over and over again, you'll see, you know, some kind of consolidation pump up, and this consolidation up here, which is very, very nice, you know, it's just waiting for these moving averages to start crossing and, you know, kick it, you know, maybe it goes a little bit down and then, you know, continues towards the upside. I don't know, this looks to me, when it comes to Ethereum, this looks bullish, man. This looks bullish. It might be bias stocking. I'm not quite sure about that. I mean, I don't think it's bias stocking because I'm not invested I'm not invested in Ethereum or anything like that, but this one, let's just use a regular channel up here. I think something like this over here. Although it does look like a, you know, exhaustion move towards upside, it can definitely break towards the upside. I mean, any kind of pattern, any kind of channel can break towards the both sides. It does have more bias towards downside, but if we do break towards the upside, it's gonna be extremely bullish for Ethereum, for example, right? And we saw right now that a lot of, for example, falling wedges lately have been broken towards the upside, which is actually very, very bullish. Now, falling wedges are by definition bearish, because anything that trends towards upside should be, we saw a lot of rising wedges breaking towards the upside, and rising wedges by definition are a bearish trend, because anything that goes towards the upside has more bias towards, you know, to break towards downside and to, you know, increase the speed towards the upside. But if you have a rising wedge and that breaks towards the upside, that increases the speed towards the upside. The same thing with these kind of channels. You have any kind of channel that trends towards the upside, it should be some kind of you know, bearish trend. But the thing about this, you know, this move towards the upside, we didn't have, you know, we didn't have impulsive move up, very, very impulsive. It was just a slow move towards the upside, and right now it's consolidating inside this trend up here. You know, oftentimes you'll have impulsive move towards the upside, and then you'll have this exhaustion phase at the top. This does not look to me like exhaustion phase, because there was no impulsive move. It was just a slow climb up here. Right now it's just trending differently up here, but if it breaks this trend towards the upside, it's going to be very, very bullish. It does not look like some kind of exhaustion, you know, channel towards the upside. Just use stop wicks on it. No, I mean, these wicks are nice. The wicks I drew are nice. Like, it goes all the way down, back down there. I think they're nice. Maybe even use this bottom down here, somewhere up here. Yeah, this looks nice. Something like this. Yeah, this looks nice. Tap, 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 tap. I'm planning on showing market strategy on Monday. Q2 earnings is gonna be ugly. And that's one way to trade. I don't know, man. Good point. Still scream dump to me. I mean, it can dump, like, we are not saying anything. Now, there is one thing I forgot to tell you about. There is one thing I forgot to tell you about on the charts. We did break the trend, guys. Let me show you up here. We did break the trend, unfortunately. So, you know, the bias might be towards downside. So if you look up here, for example, on this line over here, you can see right now that we did break the trend over here right now. So this was looking nice and everything was doing nice, and then over here we right now broke the trend. So this can definitely break the triangle up here towards the downside more over here. But you know, we did break the trend. Unfortunately, we did break the trend. Let me just try to draw this a little bit differently up here and see if we get, you know, nah, we're still above the trend, guys. We're still above the trend. Depends on what kind of line you draw. Like if you draw it like this over here, we did break the trend. If you draw it like this over here, we are on the trend, and if you draw it like this over here, we are kind of below the trend, you know. So it depends which kind of line you use. Let's go to the bigger time frame and see if you can actually get a better line up here on the chart. Bottom down here, some kind of a top, you know, whether that's, you know, this green or this, you know, which one you should use. Should you use the green one or the red one? You know, that's the big question. Over here, if you use the red one, sorry, green one, we get this very nice line up here. So this step, tap, tap, tap up here. It looks like maybe we are still above the trend. Still looks maybe we are above the trend. A little bit unsure about that. Let's go into the small time frame, see if we can actually get some kind of nice numbers up here. This is the best we can do. This is the best we can do. Like if you use down here, yeah, like if you use this one with these, you know, touches on downside, we technically did break it. We technically tried to get back above it right now, and right now we're pulling back. But you know, maybe we can do this over here and then break back towards the upside. You know, lines are a little bit difficult, guys. Which line is correct and not, you know, it kind of depends. It kind of depends. Good morning, Vanessa. How you doing, man? Good point, still scammed up. You guys hear the new FUD? The hacked exchange will returning lost Bitcoin, which will likely be sold. Who cares about that, man? Do you know how little Bitcoin that is? Oh my god, the amount of shorts they got liquidated on that drop is insane. Market maker grabbing liquidity, trapping bears. I'm planning a short in my trade. I swear to god, if this 4-hourly turns greed, I'm going all in. Tell us, what price will you be bullish? I'm already bullish. What you talking about, man? It's short, like long term, I'm already bullish, even if you drop big time towards the downside. Over here, I'm saying, like, I still have more reasons to think this is gonna go towards the upside and downside. But you know, if you start breaking in the trend down here, if you start going below 22.5, what's the level? If you start closing below, what's that, 22.5, 22.6, if you start closing below this level, that's when I'm gonna turn bearish. I'm right now still bullish, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm be talking for right now 30 minutes and talking about how bullish I am, and you're still like, when you're gonna be bullish. Look in the group, trading today. Yeah, I'm a little bit unsure about trading today, but you know, maybe in a couple of hours, not this one up here. Let's go check it out up here. Where is it? Mlaren charts, just the top weeks. Yeah, but you see this midline up here. I mean, it's not nice up here, but over here just kind of zigzags above the midline. Totally no respect on the line at all. But down here, yeah. I mean, you might be right on the channel. Right. Let's see it up here. So the week to the week on downside. Now there are nice weeks up and down, but this midline is not actually being that nice. And I think, I don't know, this seems to me like if you look at the midline over here, it does look like it's more respected than your line. So I think maybe it's a little bit more. I don't think this is the week up here, because you know, we still got, you know, a lot of nice weak hits up here. Maybe not this one, but you know, I think this, for example, this midline is more respected than when you turn it all the way up there. Because you can see up here, like it's not, you know, like over here, and it does look respected, but in the back part it doesn't. But when you turn down here, it just looks so nice. Not up here, give or take. Maybe even all the way down there, maybe something like this. Nah, it's not that. Give or take. I don't know, it kind of looks better. It's art form, guys, art form. Depends. The beauty is you know, is in the eyes of the beholder, right? The correct line is in the eye of the beholder. ZipMax also stopped. Yeah, there's a lot of these small exchanges or whatever that are doing some stuff, man. My man, I'm bullish too. Fill up my bags in June. Man. Yeah, it's good, man. I don't know, but you guys gotta know. This can, of course, you know, nobody knows what's gonna happen in the world next. We're gonna have a black swan event or something like that. You can just continue dumping down. You saw right now in the snap dump like 40%. Okay, I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion as well, man. I like your lines. But I'm saying, like, there are different ways to draw like, you know, who's right, who's not, you know. The one who makes money is always right? How about the FOMC meeting? I'm not sure. When is the next FOMC meeting? I don't know. I think it's already priced in, maybe. Anyways, guys, I got stuff to do, so I gotta go. Thanks for stopping by. There will maybe be trading a little bit later today. Maybe in a couple hours or something like that. So we're gonna see that. Won't be trading tonight, but in a couple hours there might be trading. Okay, guys. Join KuCoin. I'll see you later. Okay, guys. Bye-bye.